restriction areas or different type of areas. Maybe you put big data and you would like to just group it, so you can filter by the area. You can group as a zone 1 or zone A, B. This part was about the importing the borehole data and managing the data. So other formats that we also support is LiDAR data, LUS or LAZ extensions. So we can use the real colors. There's some classification codes. We can do some filtering operations also while we are importing the LiDAR data as well. So when we import the LiDAR data, we can see on the 3D screen at the moment. It's quite realistic, and if we would like to produce a surface from that LiDAR image, we can also produce a surface. That means by importing 2 different LiDAR images, you can do volume calculations as well in our software. So this one is another type of LiDAR information. This one belongs to underground gallery. This time we also visualize the elevation. According to the point elevations, we do visualization. So by using that point cloud information, we can also make a solid model, underground solid model, by using the LiDAR information. There's a couple of different camera operations, camera styles in the NetPromine, so you can go inside the gallery. You can also check the gallery's current status. It's quite good to be checked, and you can see the details in it. Depends on the LiDAR measurement, of course, how accurate that measurement. Moving forward with the surface creation, so basically there's lots of options. We can make surfaces. For example, in here we do have just the borehole information. By using the top side of the boreholes, we are generating a surface. Just in case if you don't have any geological information or surface information to your data, you can also make that happen. There are some style operations and transparency operations. In most of the layers, you can use that capabilities as well. We mentioned about borehole filtering operation, but making a solid model, because we are moving forward to the solid model operations as well, requires some other processes beforehand. So in here, we are filtering the boreholes that has a KM2 lithology at first, and getting a borehole limit by using those boreholes. So this is going to be our boundary, and we can use that boundary, and also KM2 lithology is topside, so we can also produce a surface in between the lithology layer, of course. This boundary going to limit our surface also. So in a larger surfaces, you can also use that boundary and limit your surfaces. So with this operation, we are going to create a surface by using the KM lithologies upside. And same thing for the bottom side. As you can see, we create two surfaces, and later on we are going to produce a solid model by using those surfaces. There is also a vein or seam operation in our software. So just in case if you don't have any seam data and you would like to edit the seam data, you can basically create seam points. And also the same operation like we did with the lithology, you can also create surfaces by using the seam information. Also, it's possible to import. Top and bottom sides. There are some fault features. If we have this one, the first one, going to show how we import the fault information by using the Excel file or database that we have. So first we create the file, then we add the description into that. For example, for the first fault and the second fault, we are going to have some information. This method provides us to import as much as false in bulk. So if you prepare that kind of document, we can basically import all the fault lines in a couple of seconds. The next thing, we can add surface. We can add fault lines to the surface. So we can also see where is the fault lines and where is the horizontal or vertical slips. On the surface, we are also able to see those fault lines. The other operation, doing it manual. So if you don't have that kind of information, but you know from the field where's the fault lines appear. So basically you can also digitize the fault line. This is the manual digitization operation. So extensions, we define vertical throw, horizontal slip or slope information. We add it to the system and then we create the fault line. And again, with the same operation, we are going to add this fault information to the surface. Another information about that, if you create a solid model by using surfaces that you already add fault lines, the solid model will also have that fault information. This one shows how to create a solid model by using the surface points. So for the first and the bottom side, we can also select a boundary while we are creating a solid models, but it's optional. Another operation that we do in our software, of course, sectioning. We can read cross sections, we can digitize the cross sections, or we can automatically create the cross sections by selecting just boreholes. So there are a couple of cross sections in here we imported to the system. So creating a solid model is quite easy in our software. So you basically right-click the cross-section file under the layer system, and then select the solid model.